Why are you asking? Why are you asking me? Aether? Is the I because the like what is the difference between Aether and ether? Because in real life, ether is like a chemical distillation that you can use to like knock people out, right? But also like the ether is supposed to be, what is the ether actually? I'm gonna Google. Well, I thought ether was like heaven almost. Define ether. No, I said either. How do you spell ether? No, that's aether. Ether. In chemistry, a pleasant-smelling, colorless, volatile liquid that is highly flammable. It is used as an anesthetic or a solvent or intermediate in industrial processes. In a literary context, ether means clear sky, the upper regions of air beyond the clouds. Okay, that's really interesting. So now, what is aether? Okay, so I can only assume that ether then comes from aether, because aether seems like some sort of alchemical thing from like the medieval era, whereas ether is just like chemistry. Okay. I didn't even, by the way, I've just been sitting here streaming. Oh, there's Silverune. Hello, Silverune, by the way. I've just been sitting here kind of jamming to the music while I was waiting for Saba to get her act together. Oh, I forgot I had to unmute Discord. Anyway.
So Zach was just talking that we're like when her
I've literally just been sitting here kind of vibing to the good main menu music while I was waiting for you to pull your act together. But yeah, I don't know. We can get started, I guess, but neither Grant nor Adrian are here just quite yet. So we can either start right now or we can just kind of chill for a minute.
I'll get Silverune up to date. Silverune, we finished basically Act 1 of Baldur's Gate. So I told myself once we did that, I'll be able to download mods and, do a modded second, run for myself, as a solo playthrough. And I got 90% of it to work. Then there was the 1% that was deviating from normal that I had to figure out. And I think I've potentially figured it out. I hope it works now. But it's hard to tell because now we're streaming. So I'll have to check after. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Fingers crossed for sure. I'm ready to see more guys that I can rank in game.
Okay.
That's my main mission now. The music's pretty great. Silverune, do you like the Japanese anime music? Oh, perfect, Silverune. Thank you. You do? Okay. Have you heard? Because I pay attention, but rarely does anime intros really get me. There's only been a couple that I really like Ancient Magus Bride. Its intro is really, really good. I think the girl was 16 when she sang it, and her voice is actually really good and kind of deepish as well. So she was really cool. Have you heard of the most recent one that's taking the internet by storm, as they say? It's from an anime called Mashal. Are you aware of Mashal? I did share this with Zach, but he was just kind of like, meh. Man, it's okay. So I'm trying to see if I can get anyone else to get into the hype of this. Okay, so I haven't watched Mashal, but the premise is kind of funny. The premise is Hogwarts But like, imagine Harry, like not like the chosen one, but I'm just saying like as the main protagonist, Harry has no magic. Instead, he's incredibly buff. It's like imagine Harry Potter / Saitama, except like the Saitama just is really hecka buff, and so he compensates doing magic by being buff. But regardless, the second season intro song, Silver Rune, you have to find it. It is amazing. I haven't watched it yet either, but I'm kind of tempted simply because of this song and how like crazy bonker. Like it's almost like it's a meme. It's so good that I'm just gonna like be spamming it out to like people like listen to it.
Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Apollo Justice.
Nuh-uh.
We're back. And
Correct.
the stream has been on for 10 minutes, and I just did the intro.
You just did it now.
Well, I don't know. I kind of wanted to prove to both myself and others that it's like I do usually get everything all squared away, ready for time. So I just kind of started and was kind of vibing out to the really good main menu music while I was waiting for Saba to like stop modding Baldur's Gate 3 for a minute, and like 5 minutes later it was like, okay, I'm back. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So we were just here. Saba's chit-chatting with Silveroon for a second.
Yeah, Grant, are you aware of the anime Mashal?
Oh my
Yes,
God,
I am.
I'm sick and tired.
Did you
of
listen
hearing
to
about
the
this
second
fucking
season's
song.
intro?
I've never seen it.
I have not seen it either, but have you heard of the intro song for the second season? I know
No.
it's like arbitrary. Okay, you should listen to it.
Right now?
That's all I'm gonna say. You can if you want. I
think
say,
this is the
see,
first
Silveroon,
time.
you agree?
I think that
It
this
is
is the
addictive
first
as
time in my
hell.
life
It's
where
so
I
good.
felt that thing that I've heard so many people talk about, where it's like when Undertale was getting really big, there were a lot of like YouTubers who refused to play it because they were like, I'm sick and tired of having people recommend it, so I'm just gonna not experience this out of like spite. I'm never gonna watch Mashal now just because Saba keeps bringing it up.
Good. I'm glad you're never
She's
gonna
like,
go.
she's
Never
like,
watch it. It's
she
mainly
doesn't
because of
even
this
fucking
song,
care about the
which is really
show.
funny.
She's just like, yeah, this one song's
I'm
pretty
actually
good,
tempted
and she
to
sends
watch
it to
the
me,
song
and I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty good song, and then she's like, no, Zach, you have to be, no, it must be the best song, and I'm like, it's pretty okay, it's like fine.
That's why Zach's music, things are mid. Okay, the music opinions are mid. Okay, great. I need you to listen to it and be as enamored with it as I am, please. Thank you.
Mom and Dad, stop fighting.
Sounds like how Grant and I argue about me watching JoJo. You can also just not watch JoJo. That's fine. It's not like it's gonna go anywhere. Mashal is gonna be flavor of the week, so it will vanish pretty soon. But JoJo's here forever.
That's what you think.
I don't know, man.
With my JoJo destroying
With my JoJo destruction beam. By the way, I was very taken aback by how one of the bosses, like one of the main department heads in Hi-Fi Rush, is just a living JoJo reference. Like, yeah, he literally does. He literally does every character's main pose to the point where it's like he's acting menacing at one point, like in real life, and all of the fucking menacing symbols show up, and he just starts batting them away, like, get out of here.
Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush is very funny.
Hi-Fi Rush is really good, and I don't know, the JoJo references, there's a difference, right? Because it's like Saba sent this thing where it was like some kids cartoon where they it was like a kids TV show where they referenced JoJo, and it's like, okay, that's like fine. But like the type of JoJo reference that I like by far the most is when it's the same thing that Adrian, like the Adrian picture of me that has on the shirt, where it's like JoJo reference ? I like stuff like that, where it's like it might be a JoJo reference, or maybe you're just reading too much into it, right? Whereas, like, the guy in Hi-Fi Rush, he's literally just doing fucking Dio's pose and stuff, and I was like, that's fine, that's okay. But it is kind of funny, because it's the director of Hi-Fi Rush's name is literally JoJo, so...
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. I wonder if he was born with that name or if he changed it at some point. Because if he was born with that name and also just so happened to be a JoJo fan, it's like, all right.
It's perfect. The stars have aligned. The purple stars have aligned.
Does anybody remember what we were doing?
No fucking clue.
I don't either.
Did we finish talking to her?
Yeah. All the things are checked off.
Okay. Do we go see?
I'm assuming we probably go see our client. It's like those multi-layer references where you can't tell if it's a JoJo reference or a reference to a Western thing through a Japanese filter that could be a JoJo reference because Araki is a Westaboo. It is true. It's like the gosh, what is it? Like you know what one of my favorite JoJo references ever is? And Grant, you probably you're obviously already familiar with this. One of my favorite JoJo references is Guile. Right? Like I just love the idea that something that was ostensibly a Polnareff reference just became its own thing. Those are my favorite references, genuinely. Or like gosh, what was it? There was a fucking like cop drama where they had brought a bunch of victims into this hospital. This was something from a long time ago, but there was like a bunch of victims that were brought into a hospital because the idea is that there was like a county that had recently banned guns, but then somebody went on a shooting spree with a crossbow, and it was like all this stuff, and there was like one guy being carted around holding this giant comedically sized arrow, and it was just kind of in the background for a second, but he was weirdly in frame for the shot that was being whatever. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, there's no way. And sure enough, I like flipped through some of the part 5 manga panels, and I found the exact shot where it's it was one of the like pieces of promotional art that Araki did, where it's paraplegic Polnareff in the wheelchair holding the fucking stand arrow, and it was the exact same pose in this random cop drama. And I was like, that's a good reference. That's a good reference. Because you could easily have not noticed that if you were a fan.
You like the subtle references.
I like the subtle references. You know? I like it when things are subtle. You know, like when the name of your video game is Triangle Strategy.
God.
or the name of the largest mountain on your map is called Largest Mountain.
Yeah. Subtlety.
Yeah. What's the big red mountain called in your setting? It's called Big Red Mountain. Duh. Stupid. What are you?
Idiot.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
They're stupid. To the wah.
I know. I think we should focus on finding more information about the case.
You seem to be having fun.
Of course! This is my first criminal investigation. And it's so mysterious. A noodle stand pushing a dead man along.
I think it was the other way around. The dead man was pulling the stand, probably. But you're right about it being mysterious.
More information? That's what we need.
Sprite. She's gonna fucking deck you, Grand.
No!
I'm ready for it.
Idiot has her hands too low.
but where do you know where she's aiming?
No shit.
I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him.
I will destroy
The
this conference room in 5 minutes.
Hey, that's a good.
Like,
Hey, congratulations, Grant.
priest?
You're now voicing the client.
What?
I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself.
Big
that-
wins.
Winfred? Is it just the Fred that's
Because it's win. Is that a thing?
well, because
Yeah,
walkie
right.
Kataki is walkie talkie, right? Like that's the pun. But it's literally the entire family's name just revolved around the client having a pun name, and everybody else just has like a regular name. No idea who this is. You're the way. You're the one on the way out, old man. Ah, they're here. What
Whoa.
the? Is that
Oh my
fucking
God.
what's his face from
Way of the house
Godfather?
husband? Also, as well, it reminds me of this.
Marlon
That's
Brando.
amazing.
Is this fucking Marlon? Hey, you gotta listen to me.
You gotta listen.
You gotta listen to me when I talk to you, okay? This guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? You Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kataki, fourth head of the Kataki family, capiche?
They're trying so hard to make them Italian.
Wrong! They're clearly Marlon Brando. Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. Do you know how I know this? Because
I
it must
killed
be
him.
so. Because I killed him.
instead.
Arrest me.
Arrest me, I came to turn myself in.
Why does this character look so weird for the game's art style? It's so.
I love him.
It's like like oh god. Anyway, if he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good.
For you.
Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capished out loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn though, even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life.
Oh my god.
You understand what I'm fucking talking about, child.
I'm in danger.
I don't feel so good. I think this is you, Grant, I guess.
This is the kid.
Do we know what he looks like yet or no?
Yeah, we do. He's like
Yeah,
the
we haven't
fox.
met
He was like fox coded. He's this guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's the big idea, old man?
he's like 20. Are you really gonna give him
Yeah.
that? What's the deal? So his dad talks
What's the
like
big
this,
idea?
and then his only son talks like that. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god!
can't treat me like a. Oh Jesus Christ! I don't like that sprite.
This is really funny. This is it.
You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here.
This seems not good for you. I'm not sure. You must be walkie.
A J's not a G till it does our time, bizoy.
But why?
This
1920s
kid's
gangster
amazing.
furry. Yeah.
You'll see when I get out of here, things will change.
Why does your wife talk normal, but I talk like this and you talk like that? And didn't Adrian give like the mom a silly voice too?
Yeah, this family's weird.
As soon as she officially marries into the family, she's gonna start talking like this or something. Silence! It was like Dr. Girlfriend. Good pull. No one in this call, no one on this planet knows knows the not the Wright brothers. What's it called? Venture Brothers.
Venture Brothers.
Grant hasn't watched the show just by me recommending it to him.
It's true.
It's because Grant shows no respect for good animation. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that.
Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it.
What the fuck are you talking? Am I reaching for a gun underneath my apron? I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Or I'll be putting you down in the ground.
Oh.
So much for talking to our client.
But we made so much progress today.
It's true. It's been like 24 minutes and we've done officially 4 minutes of gameplay.
It's sick.
We even found my underwear. I had fun at least. Forgot that she likes to say panties like 5 million times.
Of course,
True.
The biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial?
Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
I think it would be more fun if it was called the Wunderbar, like VUNDER. The Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Oh, we were actually really close to the end of that segment.
We sure were. It's over.
We solved it. We beaten the game.
We did it. See you guys next week.
All right, good night, everybody. Good night, Adrian. It was fun talking to you again. Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today?
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
Did he ever injure his foot?
I don't know.
I'm trying to
I don't
remember if
remember.
they did in the original trilogy or not. Okay, so I see Silveroon updated the... What the fuck, Saba? Why are you putting me in the hell tier? That's the bullshit, you know it.
You belong with
Get there, don't move that.
I'll fight you, old man. This is ridiculous.
Gravity button.
No! Kermit unites! They all start like swooping towards him. He
With
turns into a
Kermit's
giant
ability to just
Kermit.
duplicate himself, I think he does belong in hell tier.
What about the judge? Isn't the judge?
Gravity squeeze.
Gravity squeeze. Oh, now
I
the
feel
judge
like
just has
the
gravity
judge-
powers. So,
this is just the messed up
obviously
tier,
the
okay?
quote,
Not-
obviously the
It's
quote
really
"gravity squeeze" is just really funny to say for the video and also just in general. But it does bother me that like that's Magneto's move, but he doesn't have gravity power.
Yeah, but like
It's cool. Like it definitely.
gravity squeeze.
It definitely sounds cooler than like, you know, magnet squeeze. Like that, like magnet squeeze actually sounds like a fucking nefarious thing. But gravity squeeze is like, ooh, that's a move right there.
Gravity squeeze.
That's a move.
Try something new,
What the fuck am I
please. I
clicking
get a
on?
bitch that
Hello?
gravity squeeze.
Sorry, I lost my. Give me a second. I lost my mouse. Oh, there it is.
His mouse is gone.
Old injury. He was all smiles yesterday.
Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
Oh my god.
Ooh, do some now. I want to see. I mean, here.
Huh. Oh, okay.
All right, Zach.
My name is Apollo Justice.
This is how he sounded at 5 in the morning.
I'm not gonna fucking. I mean, first off, I'm not doing the chords of justice or whatever, chords of power.
Coward.
Coward indeed.
Come on.
That sounds more like a whispering self mantra than voice training.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think this is defended.
I think this is walkie.
I'm fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Yo, what's up? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G, if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying?
Unless his
not
fiancé
really.
killed the person.
So I think that this
That's
means
why he's
that the
covering
actual murderer is
Right.
her.
That's why he's covering.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But it's
No.
weird because I thought that this guy was suspicious, but maybe he's just a guy.
I did it. It was me.
It was listen, new theory. Your chances of being the murderer in any case are directly proportional to how detailed your hands are. keep that in mind,
Oh,
all
How
right?
detailed your
That
character
just
is.
blew my mind.
Not really. Walkie! Don't be running your mouth like that in here.
See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. The future is now. Real G's can keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen.
You have absolutely no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too.
Thank you so much, Trucy. I do put a lot of effort into this voice.
Real G's aren't G's until they train their voice.
I wonder if Marlon Brando is going to change his sprite. Like, it seems like right now he looks like this because he's really upset with his son, but he's still wearing the really cutesy apron. I wonder if, like, as soon as things either level off or his wife shows up, he's gonna switch his sprite to be much more, like, pleasant as opposed to intimidating. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client.
He's just saying like noise, making noises. He's ready to fight.
Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kentucky.
We haven't seen it yet, but he's actually got big moe eyes.
Oh no.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh fuck.
That's a good point.
Ready to rock and roll, Judge.
Judge.
He is German as
He is-
shit. That's
he's
fuck. That's right.
He is German.
I'm
You know
ignoring
what?
it.
We got time. Adrian's not. Well, I mean, he said that he might show up within half an hour or whatever. We can take a second. Do you wanna try to, like, even if we could get an example for Adrian to kind of springboard off of? Do you want to try to workshop a German accent?
Workshop a German accent. Huh. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I'm about to say, if you could, because once again, I feel like I'm good at voices, but only if I hear them first. You know, I'm really good at imitating.
I need to hear someone.
Like here, let's do
Here.
like while Grant, you should deafen yourself while you're listening. So while Grant is doing that, look, I can perfectly imitate Saba's voice. Saba, say something.
No.
No,
See, it's the same voice. That
it's
is
the same voice.
crazy difference in the way.
It's a different voice.
See, that laugh befits Zach way more than it fits me. Okay. Exactly. I don't think that's me.
That's exactly Saba's voice. Saba, you do.
It's true.
Sora gave me a good job. Yay! Saba, you do an impression of my voice.
They'll just sound similar. Your voice is just like a weirder version of my own voice in my head.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She reads your voice.
What the hell? I can do a Grant impression. Grant, say something.
Evil.
Hey Zach, it's me, Grant.
Grant is just Schnitzel from Chowder in my mind. Oh no! Now I gotta think. Who? So if Grant is Schnitzel, which I think is fair, who's Saba? I think what was the name of the wife from Chowder? God, what was her name?
Truffle or
it
something?
was Truffles. You're right, because she had the mushroom on her head. I don't think Saba is Truffles. If anything, I think Saba is closer to like.
I think Saba's Chowder.
I was just about to say. I think Saba's Chowder.
Gosh.
Who's Adrian though? I think I'm Mungdal.
Oh, 100% you're Mung.
I feel like I'm Mungdal because I'm like the guy who gets things running, but I'm also the guy who's like constantly.
Adrian is Truffles.
Adrian is Truffles. I was gonna say Adrian was God. What was the name of the rival chef? She was like the giant lady with the huge nose.
They were all food.
They were all food.
Fuck?
What was the? You take the moon and 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 you take the moon.
Or Adrian could be Gazpacho, the fucking elephant.
Adrian's Gazpacho. Do you want to hear a joke? That's Adrian. All right, Grant. Let's hear your German.
I tried to find one, so ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge.
That's not bad. Do you want to
feel great?
Do you want to do just some like free ad-libbing in the voice, just like talking, and see if you can find a groove, or do you want to just abandon it?
We can just I'll try and workshop something as we go through.
Okay, because obviously
it's gonna be Adrian.
I was saying obviously the intention is to just pass this off to Adrian, where he will put zero effort into whatever voice he picks. But whatever.
It's him, guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor.
The prisoner.
It's Mr. Gavin's brother.
Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence?
You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular.
We got real popular.
Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
That what? I mean, like you're dipping into like lederhosen territory, but it's real. But it's not bad. Like that was a pretty good read of that.
German's hard. I don't know what it is.
German is really hard. Because like the thing is that if I start doing a German accent without having if I have just listened to like a German movie, I can do a pretty good German accent. But the second that I try to do one on my own, it just becomes French. Which is not fair because they don't actually sound similar.
I'm gonna watch all of Inglourious Bastards. I'll be back.
He comes back with a waltz. He comes back with a fucking Boston accent. It's like, wait a minute.
I watched The Departed instead.
I watched The Departed.
I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might. Oh, finally!
Here.
I'm sorry, it took so long. It ran later than I thought it would.
I mean, you were only 8 minutes longer than you said that you would be, so that's fine.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm not in Parsec.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're.
Let me in.
Oh yes. So we're giving you your mainstay character. For Grant kind of requested this, and I kind of agree. We were hoping that you would be willing to take up the mantle of Prosecutor Gavin.
Okay.
Now the question is, do you have an idea for a voice at all? Because I'm gonna say I would like to remind you You did a cool guy voice for Godot, and it was perfect.
I think I'm just gonna do Francisca again.
I could see that. Let's give that a try.
Because they're both German.
They are both German. Grant very graciously was trying out a German accent again just now, and I thought it was good. So we'll see how it goes.
Let's see if I can pull it off, or if I have no recollection of how to do a German accent. Oh, immediately.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I knew it was gonna come right back.
Hang on. Not to worry, Head Judge.
That's fine. It's okay.
He's got to get in the groove.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world.
For a second, you sounded like you were dipping into like kooky clockmaker. I wouldn't miss a day in the world.
That's German too, isn't it?
No, it is. In my mind, I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, that's a silly character."
It's worth even more than the VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother?
There's no resentment, right?
It was worth canceling a show or two.
Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court.
Before that, I was thinking.
God, look at his fucking hand. Holy
I was thinking how much more budget they put into the sprite work.
Jesus
this out.
Christ.
Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious?
It is a court of law.
That's no way to get the sharp jumping hair, Judge.
What?
We're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. You're not Van Halen.
Oh, Moon baby, today we played my way.
Oh, baby.
Check out my theme song.
What's that noise?
It's diegetic, baby. Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down. To prosecuting.
This is crazy.
The victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic.
Oh my god, look at the world's grumpiest man.
Is like Kane Bullard's brother.
Kinda, I could see that actually. I like when he was like, that's not a way to get the crowd jumping, and he like did the snap or whatever. I fully expected there to be like fucking the like clubhouse lights start going. You know what I mean?
That'd be sick.
I mean, his theme song is playing in lore.
I mean, I believe it, but that's crazy.
That's what Apollo was saying that sound was. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe. You will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim.
What do you mean undeniable?
If you're to glare at anyone here, Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair.
Jesus Christ, Clavier he is so youthful. Hold on.
How old is he?
24!
24?
He's younger than I am.
This motherfucker is a
Whoa, dude.
This motherfucker is like almost 4 years younger than I am, and look at him.
Not only is he a lawyer, he's a rock star at 24.
Good fucking Christ.
Holy shit.
His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court.
Oh my.
Oh.
I love him.
9. Not yet. You must
my-
witness my amazing sprite animation first.
Not only does he air guitar, he creates actual music via air guitar.
I love him. I would go to his concert.
I would love to know if they actually accurately rendered his fingers for the chords he was just playing.
I highly doubt it.
But imagine if they did.
I could believe it. I I think it's entirely plausible.
Grant,
given how much
Grant,
effort they
did I
put
ever
into
send you one of
animation.
those videos where it was like the guy who was he took like famous piano scenes from like movies and animated TV shows.
Put it what they're actually
Yeah, and
playing.
he's playing what they're actually playing, and most of the time it's just like plonk, 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 plonk.
Yeah.
Jesus
Look at how
Christ.
detailed my sprites are here, Justice. First, it needs a little matter to be cleaned up.
Could we talk without the accompaniment?
I swear I could see the guitar for a second.
What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? I was sick as hell.
The motive, Herr Judge, thank you. Why does little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic?
Allegedly.
Allegedly killed.
Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that.
Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies. Oh, thank God he's quoting him. I thought he was just saying that.
What?
What is right?
They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity.
What? I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say that, Trutzy.
It's a Japanese saying. Don't worry about it.
Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
He roasted your ass.
Oh, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant. Waki, are you?
I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kataki, you best be prepared to step strong.
I was gonna say on that specific frame, the way that the defendant or the witnesses stand was covering his shirt, it kind of looked like Sans for a second there. Your step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step in the jail.
You gotta hand it to him. Waki sure has guts.
It's not his guts I'm worried about. It's his brain.
Well then, the court will now hear the testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself.
God, I hate this fucking sprite.
Look at Sans.
Oh my God,
He's
it's
sure looks like
Sans!
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad.
What the fuck was your operation?
It was these whisker implants. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're saying you were one of the victim's patients?
A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street, true that.
This voice saying shit like that is stupid as hell. True that. And later on today,
True
we're gonna
that,
go
home
fight the
slice.
Ruskies.
I'll
Skibby
tell you
whiz,
one
you
thing.
see?
That oh god, that doctor was whack.
Sticking out your gut for the Rizzler, are you?
Doctor.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I am sticking out my gut for the Rizzler. How did you know?
Listen,
Baby, and just as you have to stick out your gut for the Rizzler.
listen, son, you got to stick your gut out for the reason.
I hate this.
I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this.
What does Gyat and Rizzler mean?
I don't
What the
understand.
hell does Gyat and Rizzler mean? The truth he's like, come on, come on, Paulo, you gotta stick your Gyat out for the Rizzler. It's like, what? Like, what?
What the fuck is happening?
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a Rizzler.
That doctor was the Rizzler.
Mark of honor. So he got either stabbed or shot.
Paper cut.
Silveroon, I'm gonna type this privately so that way you don't get embarrassed. Okay, there we go.
Oh no.
With the Riviel's family?
Shut the fuck up.
I love it. Wasn't private. I thought I whispered it to you. Oh shit. Well,
Now all of China knows.
now all of China knows that. So we're in Phantom Jack instead of Phantom.
That's when I
Pull
pulled
a Jack move.
He busted a cap right in front of me. Right in me.
Okay. Apparently he was shot in the heart.
You're to blame.
And then there's the air guitar again.
Yeah, exactly.
I can catch bullets between my teeth.
No, you
Bullshit.
can't. I never learned how to do them with my heart.
Bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack dot. Like, what?
I'm stuck with the sand shirt now. That was his diagnosis. That was his prescription, was wear the sand shirt.
Ain't all of it home.
Holmes.
Okay. Wait, so did he fix you or not? What's wrong?
He got a cap busted in him.
Right, but then he went to the doctor and the doctor did or did not fix him.
Zach, you don't understand. A guy busted in him.
Oh, God! What did I tell
A
you
guy
about
busted
letting
in
guys
G?
busting you? You're
Busted
getting
makes me
married!
feel good. Busted makes me feel good.
Busting makes me feel good,
Air
Daddy-o!
guitar.
It's like, what the fuck? I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. Herr Doctor!
Herr Doctor. Get rid of my pain inhibitors, Herr Doctor.
He says that. Who is saying that to who? Is that
It was fucking Raiden quote.
I know. I'm saying in this context, who's saying that to who? Is that Clavier saying that to the dead victim? Release my pain inhibitor.
Release my fingers, doctor. Doctor?
Doctor? Doctor?
Doctor?
My pain
Doctor?
inhibitor is doctor. Doctor, my pain inhibitor is doctor. Doctor?
Turns around, dead. Right.
And then he's like, did someone call my name? Hang on.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Person up against my arm.
One of our hit singles. It is really weird to just have your the opposing prosecutor being a rock star.
All right.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Zach,
Okay, yes.
No, continue, finish.
I was gonna say, imagine like you're a brand new. I mean, first off, should not. Well, actually, no. Isn't Apollo's like proper age, right? He's like 20 something. Oh, we
Like
don't.
21, I think.
He's like 21, 22, something like that. So it's like the idea of like a 22-year-old, like, okay, you're a brand new attorney, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go in, and then across from you, David Bowie, and it's like, oh,
What the fuck? He does that?
and he's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
Zach,
Adrian.
I have a proposition. I know that the soundboard's fault, but I really think that we have a sound effect that we should replace something with it.
Okay, what is it?
I'm going to send it to you right now, and the name should tell you everything you need to know about it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. You guys need a rip for a second while I set this up.
Like,
I do like how I didn't see it until after Grant already reacted, but I do hope that. I mean, what comes instead of 13, huh?
instead of 13, I was like,
So I will clarify just really briefly. I told Sada this, but I was working on some like world building stuff, and I really like the idea of like calendar reform. The idea of having 13 28-day months instead of like what we normally have, and then you have like an extra 5-day vacation at the end of the year. That's like its own thing. A lot of calendars do this. It's very close to like a lunar calendar. But instead of just having like the 12 months and then just sticking on like a new one at the end, I was like, oh, I wonder if there's like anything from like fiction or religion or whatever that's a set of 13. And I couldn't fucking find any, so I put in that banter topic. I log back in like an hour later and I see Grant put a key, and I'm like, okay, Grant put a key, so it must be Kingdom Hearts.
and then I followed up. 13. Organization 13, fucking tribe emoji, fist emoji, 100 emoji.
I have to decide which one to get rid of. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I feel bad about it, but I think I have to do that.
Are you getting rid of Nice Cock?
No, absolutely. What? Am I stupid?
Alright, which one are you getting rid of?
He's getting rid of Vine Boom.
Oh. Am I not allowed to... Oh, do I need to name it? Oh, I do need to name it. I think I can just call it that. And then
whichever one was dismissed.
Dismissed!
There you go. All right, it should be
I
up.
love that one. All right.
That's... Jeez, that's long.
That's how long the animation. It's 4 whole seconds.
Holy
That's the classic
shit.
one, by the way. I don't know if anyone's uploaded the modern one, so it might sound crunchier.
All right, are we good to resume?
Sure.
Word, J-Man. Ain't no accent, that's for shizzle. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Like, what the fuck? Wonky. Please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. What the hell?
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
No, I'm really upset.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family health checkup.
The family checkup?
That was one of the wackest things of all. All us G's lining up and taking eye exams and all that shit. Better to die young than fade away, boy.
Jesus.
So okay, clearly you're doing like the silly like 1920s radio announcer voice. What the fuck is this actually supposed to sound like? Because he clearly supposed to be talking like this, you know? He's like trying to be like fucking
He's
street
supposed to
G
sound
and
like-
shit. But it's like
He's
what?
supposed to sound like
No,
Fred Durst.
sure, but how the
from
fuck would
Biscuit.
what is would it be Bizoy? Like what the
Yes,
fuck?
he's Bizoy.
He's calling you
Bizoy?
soy.
Die young and fade away, Bizoy. Like that.
Oh,
Fade away,
okay.
soy boy.
Soy boy.
Oh my god.
A relief to hear.
We kill him now. Air, what's a relief?
Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
Yeah, no duh. I'm not surprised by this.
Yes, head Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way! That's whacked!
There is proof. Your checkup report.
We should have gotten this already.
Yes.
How ironic that she would kill the one man capable of helping you. I hear goblin noises over there.
There's a goblin in the room.
Age 19, male. Report filed June 14th. Talc object found near heart. Urgent exam needed.
But this was a year ago.
No, he said that they
Right.
just did the exam, right?
I know. I thought he said it was like a year ago or some shit.
Well, I think he said that the event happened like a year ago, and then the doctor fucked up.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was
You're
relative.
almost as careless as he was.
I mean, it might be relatively recent, Sabo, but I know this is an Ace Attorney game, but if you get shot in the chest, you're not fucking talking for a really long time.
Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started.
What?
What the? What
Fucking
were we talking?
strobe lights start kicking in.
We've had enough of a warm-up, yeah? Time to hear from the witness.
Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? To just constantly
Just
keep us.
do
What the hell
What
is
the
that?
So, you will tell us your name, occupation, and who's voicing you.
I guess it should be Saba.
Go for it, Sava.
My name is Wesley Stickler.
My name is Wesley Stickler.
Oh my god.
I'm here to witness.
No,
You fucking nerd.
Look at this
Not like
guy.
a glasses nerd.
Yeah, he's a graduate. He's a second stage evolution nerd.
Yeah, exactly. He's a geek.
By occupation, and thank you. I don't. Well,
He's
he's
ready.
going too
Oh,
fast.
he's automatically.
I'm smart, you know. Okay.
I'm smart.
Oh, he's
Smart, you're
answering
not.
he's answering the question of what is your occupation by essentially saying that to be unemployed is like a facsimile of like your status in life, which means to say he's a student. Exactly.
By which he means to say
Diogenes.
he's a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my...
Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime.
You asked quite simplistically what I saw, however,
I knew he was going to do this again.
You should at least
can't
do
do
your
the
best
same
to read
one.
it.
I know, but then it hit. I
Witness.
can't.
How absolutely butt fucking hilarious would it be if his testimony had like 30 statements?
Oh god.
That would be
No.
really good.
Also, is he did he do? I thought you wear these kinds of things when you graduate.
Not unless you're
Yeah, but
trying.
he's a junior.
I'm about to say not unless you're trying to convey to the audience that they're a student, and then you just give it to them early.
Or fucking
that
dork.
night I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at that man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead.
Well, that's easy. Adrian, confirmation. Can I just present the fucking autopsy report on that statement where he says that he shot him in the forehead?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because there's a knife.
No, the knife is irrelevant. He died to a gunshot wound to the temple. We know
For the
this.
forehead. I don't know.
It's this gun. Watch as they demonstrate on Apollo.
Huh?
That shit kills me.
Whoops.
The court accepts this into evidence.
I like that. I like the idea of like you say that, Adrian, and then Trucy's like, "I'll take it," and then she takes it and like
It disappears
She
into
catches
her.
her teeth.
It disses into her hammer
Yeah.
space in her panties.
No, she
Oh my
catches the
god.
bolt.
No,
with her
no,
teeth
I was
when
just gonna say
catches
she
it.
holds it up to his temple because she's a magician, right? She'll shoot, but then it'll just be blank.
The
Like,
blank
there.
could still very well kill you. I'll remind everybody of that. A blank can still kill you from close range.
No, it can't.
Don't
said
blink.
so.
Not if you're a
everyone, okay?
magician.
Not if you're
Not
a
if I say so.
magician.
Exactly.
You see, Air Judge, I can also perform magic. I will make Apollo disappear. Shoots him. See? Now there's just a corpse.
You see, I judge my magic trick.
Trucy, why are you staring at the witness?
That man, I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
Okay. Present. Autopsy.
That's just hurting my hearing. Take that.
Whew. That's all of it. I think I have a chance.
Is that you relaxing? I see, Air Justice.
Don't do this to me, Gavin, alright? It's been a fucking stressful day. Objection to what?
Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet.
Right. Look at it.
The
Take
autopsy
that.
report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Is it
Right. The
relocated?
problem. Yes. The problem is the location of the entry wound.
The location?
You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not?
Oh, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the definition. I can't do.
Emitted by a
I was like, it's
krypton
one
particle.
It's one thing to be
As
able
we
to
all know.
read like quickly and speak fast. He's using big words, okay?
Mr. Justice.
Mr. Justice, please refrain from asking this motherfucker any questions.
Please get this witness out of my sight.
That's your job, Apollo, not the
That's
prosecutor.
Justice,
Probably
please
order the
demonstrate the
training.
angle of the gunshot on the witness.
Of course, Air
Over
Judge.
defendant. Defend me.
Defend me.
Was your objection to these krypton particle things?
This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint
Will
me.
you focus? No, I'm obsessed with something big.
Superman's not
I
here.
mean, they're the bigger, less nitpicky problem here.
Do tell.
Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry room was the right temple.
Temple?
Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Isn't it?
Once again, came from law school, apparently.
Is right. Finally.
That's what they say.
Hey, Justice. Oh, hey, Justice. How do you like the sound of my objection? I like the audio.
Yes.
Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake Zivinus by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago.
Why are we bringing him into this? You know.
Wait. Who was my master 7 years ago?
Harry Potter, you're Dobby, right? Phoenix Wright, was it?
Fatal.
What?
He's alive.
He's
dead.
alive.
He's
dumbass.
dead, right?
What are you talking about?
Isn't he dead? I thought he died.
I thought I could have sworn I killed him.
Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Are you okay? Hello?
No.
Eyes
Dude, he's mogging at you.
wiggling. Eyes.
You're-
Just imagine his face, that face going.
Hey, air forehead.
Hey, air forehead.
I also like the idea that Mr. Stickler's alien species is called a Nierk. Your forehead.
Let us imagine walking through the park. You see two
I'm
men
behind
facing
you. I
each
shoot
other.
you.
One with a
Then
pistol
staring
trained
at
to the other,
quietly
and I'm
from-
there, and I play my air guitar. What would you do here, forehead?
Well,
Listen there, forehead.
I
Two men
guess
were on the moon.
I would try to stop them. I would probably shout, "Stop!"
And you, Fraulein.
Me? Well, I'd probably scream eek!
And you, Herr Stickler. What did you shout, I wonder?
Yay! If the victim turned his head at the last moment. Oh, wait. Now that depends on where
So
he
he's
was.
saying the guy yelled and then
He's saying
turned
that
his head.
he's arguing that Stickler shouted like something, so that way he turned his head. But if didn't Stickler say, well, I guess he said that he was crossing through the park, so it would make sense that he would be closer to the entrance than the exit, I guess. I don't know. Because, like, he was shot in the right temple, which means he would have to be looking left, not right. But I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory.
It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required.
I yelled.
I
And by yelled,
and
I
that's
mean,
it.
I said a string of 5 million words, and that turned his head. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action.
I pissed myself.
You do. I cried. With composure. Instead of just crying.
I pissed at them, but my stream was ineffective and landed at my feet.
The victim turned in the direction of the voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
Oh, I just
I forgot
realized.
I
Did
was
we
still
get
wearing
the?
my
Did we
robes and
get
not
the?
bottomless, and I pissed myself.
Did we get the? Did we get the gun in the court record? We did. We should inspect this.
2 rounds were
I
fired.
I was attempting to pee at the shooter.
I was trying for my pee to reach him before the bullet reached the victim.
You see, my pee's velocity is quite high, you see.
My pee has killed a man.
Oh my god.
Gone straight through him. No! Careful where you point that.
Don't point that thing at me.
Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeons come out of.
Very reassuring. Thank you. What is this?
The court
hole
record
for?
also said that 2 shots were fired.
What is this hole for? Do you know? Grant, you're
That's
a
for
gun.
fun.
Grant, you're a gun guy. That's for fun.
That's what you
Grant,
pissed.
you're a gun, right?
No.
You're taking mad shots at us. Oh!
Who ate my gun? Me and
2
a
rounds were
gun-shaped
fired.
horn.
Fingerprints were white. So what happened to the second shot?
Gun-shaped Grant.
I see, so you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed, with composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. She shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking into the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
Yeah, that's what I had said earlier, so that's fair.
That does seem to be the case, just like Zach said earlier.
Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science.
And engineering.
Don't take credit for me covering your ass.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness.
It's so weird because, like, a lot of the stuff that happens in the case design of Ace Attorney games is the exact opposite of what's hypothetically supposed to happen in real life. Because we just like, okay, the testimony was that he shot him square in the forehead, and then it's like, hey, that's wrong. And then it's like, no, you're wrong for that being wrong. And now we have to prove that your wrong was double wrong for our wrong. And it's like, that's not how it works in real life. In real life, the prosecutor would be like, he shot him in the forehead. And we'd be like, that's incorrect. And they'd be like, okay, moving on. next thing. You know? Fuck, I don't know. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this one? As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Jesus wants you to. Right.
In that case, I don't know. It feels like in that case, wouldn't have then the killer also have reacted to the voice?
Well, I think the argument, I don't know, maybe this is an assumption, but I feel like the argument is that he did react to the voice, which was pulling the trigger. In a shot range. I mean, it says a shot.
Knife.
Yeah.
And the shot.
The thing is that technically, like, you could argue that the second shot could, like, or the first shot, I guess, in the case of what I'm about to say, you could say that it happened at any time.
Isn't that what happened with the case 1-4?
1-4?
The DL6 or whatever case, the one with like Edgeworth and the gun.
I don't remember the
second
specific.
shot.
I don't remember the specific, sadly, but it sounds like something that they would reuse.
There was a shot that there was a gun with two shots. One of them was the murder shot, and the other one was later to draw attention. So it was something vaguely similar.
Makes you wonder how many times a perjury charge would pop up in each of the games if they were using American law. Well, so that's the thing, right? Is that, like, I don't know, and this is where it's like, unfortunately, lawyers are too self-serious to really answer these kind of questions. But it's like, if someone provides a testimony and they genuinely make a mistake during the testimony, but then they earnestly correct themselves, like, is that perjury? I don't think so. That could just be a mistake. But then there's circumstances like in game 1 where Old Bag just straight up knowingly fucking lies to the court because she, like, what was it? It was like she wanted somebody's purse or some shit. And it's like, fuck you, you're a criminal. Like, cowardly killer appeared to have become frightened. Put his pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Tossing the pistol aside. Oh yes, Stiglbro just made a mistake, but yeah, Old Bag or Olga in the previous case, Gavin, of course, that's all lying. Yes, you know what I mean? Because there's like a difference where it's like, yeah, exactly. Olga really like fully knew that the situation was different than what she was testifying at first, which in real life would mean that immediately she would be dismissed as a credible witness. Like that's just how it works. I don't know. Saba, Grant, any ideas on what to do here? Should I just start pressing, or?
I would say he did say a shot, so maybe it's not. I don't know. That would be my thing.
It can be said that he didn't have time to ask.
Totally sure he fired because he was startled.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm still like, why is there a knife there? Who's held the knife? Why is the knife a thing?
Well, I know that these are gangsters, quote unquote, but I vaguely remember there being a thing from the Yakuza where it's like if someone dies in the crossfire, like essentially if there is a collateral damage in the form of a living casualty, like I think it's a thing where like the Yakuza just leave a knife behind, because I remember that from the Yakuza games once or twice, where it's like a civilian gets caught in like, you know, in unintended crossfire, and they do something like that where they leave it behind. So I want to say it's something like that, but once again, these are gangsters, not Yakuza. They're very different.
Because we're not in Japan.
Japan-fornia.
Exactly.
Press this. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? Apollo, are you stupid? It's what?
Why didn't he just apprehend the criminal? Was he stupid?
Killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol
Why
and
didn't he just
tossed
call
it
the
right
Justice
away.
League? He's too
Yeah,
stupid.
that's the 2 shots. If he tossed it, why did he shoot it twice? I mean, I guess you can shoot the
Once
gun
again-
twice really fast, but
Well, no, because well, yes, I guess hypothetically, but like the problem that I have is that like a shot could have happened at any time prior to the murder, and then a second bullet could have been shot to kill the guy. So it's like unless there's like something very specific about him having just reloaded the gun or something just prior to the murder, like the initial shot could have been at any time. Hypothetically.
Clavier walks up to the judge's stand. Yeah, Honor, a second shot has hit the deceased.
It's just like the deceased.
in that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. What does that mean? The casing of the bullet? I don't know.
That's true. Well, yeah, I guess. But once again, it could have been at any
that
time.
contradiction. Kind of sad to see it go. Within the new testimony.
If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind. My hot, exquisite voice echoed through the park. I think that's all 5, isn't it? I think we just pressed all 5.
I think so.
You ready to present?
Genuinely, no.
It's something.
Fingerprints were white.
Why would they be wiped if he tossed it?
Yeah. We could present that. Well, I guess I'll confirm with Adrian.
You could present that.
Adrian's leading me down the rabbit hole where I'm gonna lose.
Don't overthink it.
Wait a second.
Tisk, tisk, another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you.
Is Wesley Stickler about to tell you to touch grass?
I think he's about to tell you to touch grass. L plus ratio. They
Wait
are
a second.
Apollo.
You
They are
say a
terrible
second?
popped in the comments.
Are we intended to wait just that a single second? 1/16th of a minute?
60th.
That's hardly enough. 16, whatever. Enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court.
Average Redditor.
Now, had you asked?
Yes.
Mr.
Stop.
Justice, please kill this man.
Kill him. Mr. Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
I do understand you're objecting to the length of a second.
Yes, I mean, no. It doesn't have a single.
He's holding the gun.
He is.
Watch where you're pointing that to, Justice.
Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
A common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. didn't have time to wipe the gun for Prince.
Whoa! I turned into a lich for a second.
Is that little girl sticking to the university student? There's a song in there. I'll play my guitar.
I'm not little.
I'm not little. I am 15.
Fun size.
Remember,
That's what I am.
Fun-sized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves?
How could you possibly know that? That wasn't part of anybody's testimony. They're not seriously about to ask us to prove a negative, are we?
Gotta admit, I didn't think about that, Apollo.
You could be on my side, like, emotionally, rather than just physically.
Well, Mr. Justice.
I don't know. We could have just
No, because we have
asked
we have
about
the shiv, which has his fingerprints on it. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained. Not what I was thinking, but okay. Which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you said it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. What the fuck was even that?
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime.
Just pull the trigger, man. Just end it.
Take him out. Take him out.
Strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of.
Does that sound solid to me? Vel Airforehead, any of your precious objections?
What gives, Apollo? Let's see what voice training go to work.
No, I'm good, thank you. You know, I only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say.
What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. I did notice that. He's just like, the thing that, like, it didn't appear that he actually saw what he threw. He's guessing because he's like, clearly the thing that he tossed aside must have been the murder weapon or something.
True.
He threw down the murderous weapon.
That's right.
Yeah. And then right after when he said, and this is the pistol that was found, so clearly it was this. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away.
Well, I mean, this is really great, but at the same time, Trucy, they literally just shut down our previous argument by suggesting that Walkie might have gloves. So it's like, I don't know if this is gonna stick. You're right. Did her mouth move when I was talking?
He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
Well, it can be said that I'm quite good. While it is indeed true that once my teacher posted blackboard for all to see and for the appellation poor might well be prefixed to my name and blah 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 blah.
What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this?
Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol,
Then it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be sinking.
I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin.
Whoa, pretty.
Beautiful, hot face.
Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene?
Okay, I want to say that
My badge.
my badge. I want to say the phrasing of this is absolutely asinine because he's like, what did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? And we're about to present a knife that has Walkie's prints on it, which means that we're essentially admitting that he's the killer within the context of this statement. But once again, he can't be the killer because the guy died by gunshot, not by shiv shot.
Maybe he shot the shiv at him and it bounced off onto the floor.
Is that a
sword?
sword? I saw one of those on the late night movie last night.
Great. Sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime with the defendant's prints on it.
His prints?
This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that the defendant what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. And two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, forehead. You're forgetting two other things you've just proven.
Uh-huh.
One, the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Vaki Kataki. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
First off, that's different. That's
harm. Yeah.
that's like I don't even know what that would be. What would the charge be for that? For threatening somebody with like a lethal weapon?
Aggravated.
No, aggravated assault is if you have,
yeah.
because like you can't do aggravated assault if you don't hurt somebody. I guess it would just be like
The
Malicious
crime is
intent.
free speech and there's no punishment for that.
not in Japanifornia. Go.
Indeed.
Never underestimate a Gavin. is the lesson here.
Never understood stupid, sexy, handsome, beautiful Gavin.
Oh, he's so hot. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred.
Judge, do you think that suddenly he's gonna be like able to clarify everything, or do you think he's just gonna retell the same story with a bunch of details removed?
Well, I asked him nicely. With less assuming, please.
It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him?
That's not a question.
Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming, yes, that's what I said, assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better.
What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired.
Time to press. Wait, you don't want to hear more from the best witness in the game?
Well, Saba has to read.
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
But did
Why
you hear
didn't you
anything?
chase the killer?
He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that.
Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also know how... Do we not also now know... Jesus. That there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not?
Does it not, Mr. Justice?
They better find a way to take this testimony down quick.
Time to
four statements, which is
cross-examine.
interesting.
How does it feel knowing that this is only the second worst witness in the game?
Second worst.
No.
I mean,
Well, maybe third.
Genuinely, if this is like the second or third worst witness in the game, I think the game's pretty good then. Because like this guy's like annoying, but he's not that bad. He's not old bag. He's definitely
He might
not
get worse.
fucking lot of heart.
He might get worse.
No. It could be said that I dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. I'm not. I am ashamed to say that if I was this guy in court, I don't think I would give much of a different answer. I probably would backsass the defense and be like, I don't know, his brains were all over the floor, so I think he's probably dead.
I'll be back.
Okay. How do you know it was 10 minutes, I guess? Hmm.
Once again, I mean, just because, you think of the idea that, it could have been shot, clearly from different times, but it's like, isn't that, like, still a point to make? Like, there was 2 shots, but you said he only shot once. He very much sent 1, I think.
Yes, he did. Once again, I don't think that's super relevant at the moment. Between 10:15 and 10:45. But when did the cops arrive? Why is there an estimated time of death? I don't understand. Wouldn't the time of death just be 10 minutes prior to the... I'm assuming the guy died instantly. A bullet to the brain usually does that.
But actually, I don't know if you knew this, Zach, but being a doctor gives you a plus 10% resistance to fatal wounds, so he probably bled a little slower.
I like the idea of a plus 10% resistance to fatal wounds still being not any, like, insignificant. Like, like the idea of fatal damage just being your percent of your max health, so it's like having a resistance to it doesn't matter.
I mean, if there's a second doctor, there's a small chance he could have survived. If he was already on a surgery table with other doctors looking after him.
Doctor number 2.
What was the...
Listen, it's always the second doctor that gets you. That's why they call it
Just
second
like in
opinion.
most cases when there's a master and a butler and the butler kills the master, there's always a second doctor.
Yeah, it's like you should have shot the deputy, you know?
When did Phoenix get hit by the car again?
Phoenix was hit by the car. That's it.
How do I make the camera go up again? This? I
I
want
kind of
the...
forgot Phoenix got hit by a car.
Well, because he said that... Because like he said
shrugged it off
that
completely.
he said
Yeah.
that he said that nothing happened within the 10 minutes that he waited for the cops to arrive. And so I'm wondering if the game's getting at the idea that, like, no, that's not true. Phoenix got fucking hit by a car. But I don't know how to prove that. Maybe I'm just barking up the wrong tree, but I don't know. Because what would this
Well,
be?
Phoenix
This
doesn't
is
have anything to
like...
do with it right now.
Sorry?
Phoenix's thing doesn't really have anything to do with the crime right now.
I mean, I guess so, but I don't know what's wrong with this, I guess.
Maybe there's nothing wrong.
Well, if there's nothing wrong, then that means we're done. And the game's over.
You should press more.
Oh, is it one of those? How did you know where I was going? That's pretty funny.
You see, modern innovations in courtrooms have been quite amazing.
I can see your blue text.
Now everyone in the room can hear the defense lawyer's thoughts.
Just the defense lawyer.
Correct.
Not the prosecution or the witness.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. You are a public servant after all, aren't you?
Well, you see, due to the increasing budget restrictions on court cases throughout Japanifornia, we have now taken all defense attorneys and put their like feet in a vice, and every single word that you say, the vice tightens slightly. It's only fair.
As our budget for law decreases and they look over the temperature button.
Back off a bit. But what does back off a bit?
Yeah, what the
even
fuck
mean?
does that mean?
You leave the courtroom.
Yeah.
We need a recess, please. Okay.
It means that you want to go find something else to poke at, rather than this specific testimony.
I mean, have we ever done that before in an Ace Attorney game?
Yes, but barely ever. Like a
Okay,
handful of
because
times.
like the problem is that so I guess in that case I'll be pressing yes because I don't have anything to poke holes in this because there's nothing to question yet. Unless we knew that something happened within the 10 minutes, there's nothing to really question. But, like, based on how things typically seem to work in the Ace Attorney universe, the second I concede any point, it seems like we lost. You know what I mean?
Well, it's time to move on to something else then.
There's nothing fishy about this testimony at all.
It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony.
There's any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away.
I mean, he is wearing, like, a hoodie, so I guess that's fair.
A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion.
No! What the fuck was that sprite?
I love Apollo's bird mouth.
Rawr.
It seems we've come to the end of the line here.
That's the thing. It's always like
Can't be at all.
As long as you don't get that 1 point, then like guilty.
How unfortunate.
over.
It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me.
Did I really just fucking lose?
There you A4 head.
I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. Court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Waki Kataki.
That's Trucy.
Was that Trucy? What the absolute fuck? Hello?
What? What?
Is that the guy?
In a courtroom?
Is that the guy from the portrait?
That's a guy from the neighborhood watch sign.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
I mean, I don't know who wants to voice this guy, I guess. Is it where's the bailiff? Exactly.
Nobody move!
Security.
It's a bailiff. Nobody move!
Nobody move! It is I, the Dark Bailiff. No.
Oh no!
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
There will be no verdict in this court, not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Katakis?
The Katakis? You mean the notorious gangsters?
If you don't want to see me give this pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say.
What the fuck?
Adjourn the court for 20 minutes.
This seems stupid.
What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of...
Head judge. I see little points in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes, so I promise you you'll regret it.
Or I promise you, you'll regret it.
And I'm
Wait!
done. Bye-bye.
How did he disappear so fast? It's almost like he's from a family of magicians.
Come to the Vanillati Apollo.
Did you just say that into my brain?
I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess.
Okay.
Just like the fucking guy said, Bailiff, catch that mysterious man.
Bailiff? Where's the bailiff?
Yes, sir. It's the other bailiff on the other side of the thing, but they never see each other.
What the fuck?
What was that?
Okay,
The
so
judge
what
goes,
we've learned is that this court does not have security.
It's you have tons of security. There's literally thousands of us lining these walls.
Competent security, got
the
it.
judge goes, bailiff, catch that man. The bailiff goes, no. And there's like, damn it, the wrong bailiff disappeared.
Yeah, no.
Where's the other guy when you need him?
Where's the other guy? Dude, we're
What
only an
about back?
hour and a half into stream. Holy fuck. No, we're an hour and 40 minutes into stream. We still have over an hour left. It feels like so much has happened.
It has.
Man, the trial segments are fucking jam-packed in this game, whereas the investigation segment that we've done was very slow.
Why? I think it'd be
Trucy!
hilarious if
Trucy!
Trucy accidentally kidnapped like herself in order to
You
get
move
like.
quick,
more
Apollo.
time.
Good show, good show.
Trucy, you're okay. I
Was
thought...
it like Phoenix? What happened? Don't cry, Apollo.
Those good-for-nothing gangsters. I'll kill their son myself.
What are you doing?
There are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. There's the bailiff!
Yes.
Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else.
You're kidding me.
It was her!
What the fuck are you talking about?
Can't do that.
It was her!
It's me, Professor Layton, trapped in the wooden doll.
Ah, yeah. Ah, yes, Luke, it is I. Oh, wait, so was that... Wait, so hold on. Did Trucy throw her voice to be the guy? To be
Apparently.
That is
That's amazing.
the stupidest fucking... Wait, but then where did his... Because she would... No, she didn't have a hat in that previous scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck? I have a headache suddenly. My head hurts.
Shit be happening, Zach.
Ah, yes, Luke. What the heck is that?
Surprised? This is one of my best tricks, the amazing Mr. Hat.
You look marvelous, darling. That's really fun. I like the spelling.
Look at Trucy's mouth when he talks.
She's doing like ventriloquism. He's a bit on stage at the Wonder Bar.
It would be so better than her not moving her mouth. It would be perfect if she had a tiny little like opening in her lip on the corner. That whenever he talked. Oh, her arm.
I am a big hat hit. Ha ha ha.
I'm a big hat.
Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean Trucy? There are some things you just don't do. Those bailiffs just witnessed that. We're gonna get fucking disbarred.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me.
Trucy, what the hell?
It's you who's being threatened here.
And
I'm
Apollo
holding a
has
knife
just
to your
become
neck
sad.
right now.
This is genuinely crazy. That is like, you cannot, like, I was already infuriated by the fabricated evidence from the previous like case, but that is crazy. Faking your own like kidnapping is wild.
it fooled everyone. She's pretty fucking good.
I mean, genuinely, she already has shown more talent than Maya ever did. And Maya had fucking superpowers. It's you who's being threatened here.
Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do?
Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, still.
Trucy, no more stage
That's not how law
abductions,
works.
please.
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. I thought that was Apollo's. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You can see what he's feeling?
Think back, Apollo.
Vibe check this guy.
Vibe check, yeah. You supposed to vibe check him. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times.
I genuinely forgot that this was a mechanic.
I don't remember.
Same.
Do we want to say I don't remember and get reminded?
I feel like that's just what she's gonna do, right? She'll just tell us.
Actually, I don't remember them exactly.
Good thing I do. There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time there was a contradiction. In his hand he held yes, but this is the other guy. I don't need to say this. This is past.
Okay.
Past stuff.
Okay, what's his fucking tell? Is the tell that he's reading, period?
His eyes are shifting back and forth.
He's reading!
Apollo, look, he's wearing clothes.
They're all liars!
It's
Your
a
tell is that you're
contradiction.
not nude!
Yes.
No! Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed. Yeah, okay, we're going back to the thing. Yeah.
He looks at you.
Is it turning the page with your pinky up?
Oh my god. What a tense fiddling with the corner of the book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Papa went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
What?
I taught him everything he knows.
Wow, look at this Phoenix.
I always sat next to Papa during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling. So Trucy was the reason he didn't lose for 7 years?
You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games?
It's not cheating, officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything.
Is this character assassination? Like, is Apollo just like a fucking huge cheater and now I feel much like less compelled to be on his side? Because I don't know, man, like, it feels like you're kind of just stooping to the same level as Francisca.
You're not assaulting the client or the judge or the opposition.
You're not assaulting anyone of importance.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there all the time either. Papa's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great, so he cheated. Plus, what does that do for us? I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. We have to watch his testimony and perceive the truth.
Watch a
Perceive,
testimony,
court record.
perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose.
Not true.
I like this like vacant stare. It's like she's not looking at Apollo, she's looking past Apollo.
Apollo, I have killed people with my magic tricks before.
Hold on, real quick, before we move on. Where's that knife? Give me the knife. Just give me the knife.
Yes. What do you have? No. A knife. No.
Yes.
You can't prove it.
She's using her psychic attack. Oh, do I still have that? Do we still
if we
have
had more
that in here?
soundboard slots, we should definitely have had the Seymour. Yes, and also no.
Adrian, we have yes. Oh, we had yes. I just got rid of it for Rift.
I was gonna say if we had more slots, we should have had yes and no.
Well, we can replace because no one ever uses O, and no one ever uses Vine Boom.
I have Vine Boom for other servers.
What are you talking about?
Found one!
My name is Apollo Justice.
I love that one.
Can you breathe?
He said you
Mr. Wright said that? Adrian, are you in the middle of like a party? Or is that your soundboard?
Yes. I have children in my house that I wish weren't here.
Okay, because I hear the crinkling and I heard people talking, and genuinely I was like, is that just a clip from a soundboard that's just like fucking 50 seconds long? There's like, oh god, now I desperately want to get like an audio recording of just like someone generically knocking on a door. Just like really subtly. Oh god, that would fucking freak me the fuck out. No! Adrian, you piece of shit.
Yes.
Luckily, actually, I'm now realizing that doesn't affect me because it only comes out through the one ear since my other ear never has the headphone on. Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that she said before the trial started? Here today. Foot injury. As long as you're there, Trucy.
Because she can cause a diversion, I guess.
Exactly once. Get ready for justice.
Apollo.
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this.
I knew you could do it all along.
Where is the rest of Mr. Hat?
Don't worry about it.
He was the size of your torso.
Why do you
The rest of Mr. Hat is in the panties.
Oh, fucking
Yes.
Jesus.
The panties of holding.
Oh, and one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can.
Excuse you?
I just flew in from the coast, and my boy...
And boy, are my arms tired. I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired. No. Right. Okay. Do try to
She couldn't summon Mr. Hat because they were in the panties the whole time. Up until now.
That's why she needed them back so badly.
Also, it's interesting that conversation took 20 minutes.
Court is now back in session.
Right. We're fine.
I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat?
The judge is like, we had our bailiffs go looking, and then they reported back, but all they said was yes and no. So
It's very confusing.
it wasn't very helpful.
It does kind of irk me just slightly that the yes and no joke, it is quite good. However, it does break canon because now we suddenly have two bailiffs that are not Kermits.
It's been 7 years, Zach. A lot can happen.
That is true. They've perfected the felt mutation technology, so now they can have other voices.
Well,
Anybody
right?
could be a Kermit.
Here's the thing, right? It's an evolution, right? They found out how to make twice the Kermits with half the materials, but they have to sacrifice their linguistic components to reduce them only yes or no in pairs.
No.
So if you fuse two of the yes and no guards, you get a normal Kermit.
Isn't that the thing, right?
okay.
Also, their speech is now limited because they've put whatever their points
Because they have
into
less materials, yeah.
changing their voice.
They have all
Don't
the
worry
same
about it,
50 notes,
Judge.
but only yes or no.
You settled that.
Yes, it was a out-of-court settlement. Right.
Perhaps Fraulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right?
I think he's on to me.
I just think he knew. Yeah, I think he was smart enough to know.
I wish he would stop being so cool.
And handsome and beautiful and...
And like,
Yeah.
this is the exact type of character archetype where if this person existed in real life, I might just kill myself.
I wish he would stop wearing a V with such like refined pectoral muscles. Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness?
Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination. But because I forgot to ask something. Yeah.
I don't care. Who asked? There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however. But this court will not permit stalling for time.
Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget Apollo.
Who's Apollo?
Vibe check, please. Vibe check.
Okay, Saba just won't read that. That's fine. Saba's having a whole ass conversation with, I presume, Silveroon.
Okay.
Let's check. Let's see if I can peek on their conversation.
Feel free to peek, okay?
He's peeking.
One.
He's speaking chat, shoot him.
Oh my god! No
25,
wonder No wonder Saba
For
keeps
25.
muting herself every 2 seconds. She's watching FanDuel advertisements. Okay.
Indeed.
We're back.
Okay, so fiddling with the corner of the page.
Oh, he's doing it.
So he just didn't. So he just didn't do the call.
Cool. Keep going. Yeah, that's it.
I guess so.
I really like how the other 3 statements had him with his arms in the air, just in case you were stupid.
Yes.
Focus Apollo, find his weak spot.
Focus! What other senses do I have? His heartbeat?
This.
I'm having a
My
heart attack.
bracelet? What the fuck?
My cardiac arrest.
Hello?
Does Apollo have some
The
sort of spiritual
Magatama?
artifact?
My bracelet feels different somehow? Didn't he already have this bracelet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Papa was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his... But this is a very weird...
Your
like,
Honor! I need you to
kind of
understand,
almost
my
reaching
bracelet
magical.
is magic, and this guy's off. Trust me.
Your Honor, I'm having a heart attack.
If it was the prosecution, I would allow it, but no.
But my bracelet's trying to tell me something.
Magic vibe check bracelet. Heck yeah.
The magic cardiac arrest bracelet.
Yes.
Boo! So it's okay. Remind me, how do I do this again? Do I press on this or do I present?
Press on it.
We
Press.
press. This has to be it. The habit. Oh, you quickly went through his thing, so.
It's fine. Which means it has to be his habit. But to be fair, I didn't notice it at all, but I also just straight up didn't have the opportunity to do this. I couldn't perceive ever. So what a weird mechanic.
They want to show
Weird way
truth
to
being
introduce
useful.
I mean,
My bracelet.
yeah, I could see that.
My bracelet's different.
Different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
What is
What
that
the
bracelet?
fuck?
What?
Hello?
You have actual magic bracelet?
It left my hand. It's floating above Trucy right now.
you just hear the judge and he's like, why is it telling me to press the gravity button? It's like
Gravity squeeze.
John says gravity squeeze. It's like fucking the witness gets compressed to the head of a pin. It's like
The judge is like, huh, that bracelet weirdly fits the bracelet-shaped indent that's been in the hole for 1,000 years. On the wall there.
Weird.
Weird. How about that? Anyway,
it's like from Sonic.
looks like
Boom.
it'd be a perfect fit.
It's like from Sonic Boom, where the ancient ass temple has a fucking hamburger helper like handprint in it the whole time, and it's like, excuse you. But I had a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to
We're
go.
trusting a bracelet. Let us remind ourselves that we are not in a magical world.
No, we
By the
are in a
way-
magical world.
On the DS, you shout gotcha to activate this in the mic.
I don't believe you.
It's true, you either press X or shout gotcha.
How? The DS microphone wasn't even that accurate, though. How could it possibly recognize that you were saying gotcha?
I mean, that was the premise. You probably could have just yelled anything, to be honest.
It's kind of like, did you guys ever play Spectrobes on the DS?
I did.
So Adrian will recall that one of the things about it was that, like, when you were hatching new Spectrobes, you were supposed to sing to them, and the idea was that depending on its base color, red, blue, or green, you had to sing a different song. That shit. Well, first off, my parents were pissed every time I had to hatch a new Spectrobes. Yeah, because it's because I'm there. It's like 8 p.m. and I'm going. For like 5 minutes straight, and my parents are like, shut the fuck up. And so I very quickly learned that if you wanted to get the high notes, you could just blow into the mic. If you wanted the middle notes, you could just like tap your fingers together like this and it would activate. And if you wanted the low notes, you could just rub the mic and then that would work.
I was gonna say that. I don't know if you guys ever played Spirit Tracks, but there's a very similar phenomenon in that one too.
Oh no. I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else.
Oh my god.
My arm feels tight. I think I'm pretty sure I'm going into cardiac arrest.
Trucy, I'm having a heart attack.
This feels a little more ridiculous.
Trucy, what's happening to me? Apollo's floating off the ground. All of the papers and chairs are beginning to orbit around him.
That's weird. I don't remember pressing the gravity button.
You haven't. No. Is this what they mean by focusing? Have I been living my whole life with
This is what I mean
ADHD?
by focusing.
Is this what happens to
Yes.
focus?
Is this what happens when a person with ADHD finally takes their medication?
Oh my gosh.
Focusing.
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. This is stupid. The Adderall bracelet.
Reminds me of the comic of like the martial arts guy
I was
going,
about to
"Oh, I
find
can
it,
feel
hang
the
on."
power coursing through me, Master. What is this? I don't know. That's
Hang on, I'm
scary."
gonna post it.
I don't know that's what he's scary.
Here. It's literally that.
Ah, I can feel the power overflowing! Master, what is this? I don't know.
Oh.
That's scary.
Can't believe you copy
it. That's really good, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
will
really
let you-
scary. Oh, Grant.
Should be right.
Grant, can I be frank with you for a second? Seeing this
Okay.
fucking ancient kung fu master or whatever say, I don't know, that's scary, is giving you the exact same emotions of, we're hurting people.
Wait, can we get this
And then
comic
this
read
is-
out as Apollo and the Judge?
I'm gonna post your thing, Silver,
Steven,
in a
stop.
second after.
I need to stop.
Oh my god, he's dying. Zach's
Apollo.
focusing.
He's focusing.
Zach's actually. Wow.
Ah, I can feel the power overflowing. Matt, Judge, what is this?
I don't know. That's scary.
It's just like my flesh starts peeling off of my body.
And this is Silver Room.
I'm doing it. I'm thinking.
The best part is
My
the best part
head.
about the best part about the comic is it works either way you read it.
Master, what is this? I can feel the power
Yeah, that's
overflowing.
Silver
scary.
Room's
I don't
post,
know.
which is pretty fantastic.
The one that Sala posted. You can read that one either way.
Oh, I mean, it's really good. Dude, my fucking, I can't see. My eyes are too watery.
He's focusing. He cannot see anything else. He can't hear anything else.
This is by far the fucking stupidest thing that the game has ever done. I love the Adderall bracelet, man. All right. Whatever. I'm skipping through all this shit. I get it. We're fucking having a psychotic breakdown. It's okay.
It happens.
Move your focus down to his hand?
Trucy just said your eyes are bugging out, by the way.
we see Apollo from everyone else's perspective. His fucking eyes have gone bloodshot red, and he's just like staring at the window.
Will defense refrain from having a spiritual experience?
One eyeball. The judge says that one eyeball stays on Mr. Stickler, and the other one swivels to the judge.
Like a chameleon.
And Phoenix just starts going. And Phoenix just starts going. "Oh."
Your Honor, what is this power? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh god. Sorry, not Phoenix, Apollo. Dude, this is fucking stupid. I can't believe they gave the protagonist like powers.
I like that I can only see his face like this. You mean besides just, I don't know, looking at him? It's the only time you can see this man? Oh, you're ready, Zach.
Oh my gosh.
You mean perceive the truth behind the twitch?
There are two types of fan interpretations of Apollo just as perceiving, by the way.
Why is he staring at me like that? It's really scary.
Oh my god.
I'm fucking sick. I'm sorry. I just keep laughing at the idea of somebody with ADHD taking Adderall for the first time, and their eyes turn bloodshot, and they're just like fucking like a microscope. Their eye just focuses in on anything they're looking at. Oh god, I need to blow my fucking nose. Oh.
He's
All right.
dying.
Actively.
Roy, what the fuck? Hello? What'd you just say? Just joking like a true pokerhead's daughter. Give him the royal flush.
Oh, that's what I call it when I get back from Taco Bell.
I thought you were gonna say Burger King,
Why would I say Burger King?
because it's
Why would I say
royalty.
Bunker Kurg? Oh, well. They don't give me the royal runs, though.
Gotcha!
I love that voice.
So he didn't use his cell phone? That was the...
He might have just lied about calling the cops, period. What the fuck? Did you just draw that?
No, I stole it off Google Images.
That's really good. I like Trucy just kind of being like,
What the fuck is happening over there?
I can't lie though. This is possibly the stupidest fucking thing I've seen in one of these games.
Yeah.
Sorry. I am like you take damage when somebody hits you. You take damage when you're sick. I didn't realize you would take damage from laughing too hard. I'm like recovering. I saw it just now. Why did we just have like a fucking 10-minute sequence to just confirm the thing that she already told us?
But, Miss Justice, do you have something to say?
Yes! Turn his head swivels to the
why,
judge.
but you should trust me that this man is lying.
I mean, it's practice, so we know for sure. It's a thing that we already know, so we can practice in case we ever need to do on our own, you know?
Zach, you now literally have a psychic attack. It's fucking... I tap my bracelet, my eyes turn beet red, and I bore a hole straight through your twitching fingers, I guess? Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now, huh? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
And here we go again, Paul just giving away his advantage.
What are you talking about?
I'm curious about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? Wait, why do we need to, what the fuck? Why would we even bring that up?
Because
why would we
that
just
phone
ask
we
about the
found.
cell phone then?
Yes, Zach, you're now understanding one of my biggest frustrations with this game is that Paul just says that for no reason. We don't have to.
Because that's the thing. It's like we could easily have just pressed it, and like you could have just asked. I don't understand.
We had to reveal it, Zach, for some reason that I don't know.
Zach.
God, my hair's all messed up.
Zach is molding?
Give me a second.
Zach is molding.
He's molding.
He's balding.
His hair took 20?
All right. I guess I would ask to see his phone because I don't believe that he has a phone.
Yeah, that works. You can actually ask for a number or phone.
Oh. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone.
Why?
Show me and you'll find out.
He's lost it.
Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see.
You see, Judge, you think I've lost it, whereas I am the first person to truly see.
I have touched God.
I have touched the eyes of God.
Your eyes.
I have seen God.
You don't have it?
Judge, I have seen God, and it is in that man's twitching fingers.
Yes, that's very nice, Apollo.
I'd like to.
Apollo's fucking frothing at the mouth, and the judge is like, why am I still here?
I'd like to propose
4,000.
that Apollo just so happens to be in possession of what is known as the Millennium Bracelet, okay? I would like that.
Millennium bracelet.
I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh though.
His vibe check, okay? I think this should exist.
Yes.
Tell me, Grant, when the bracelet shows up again, you tell me that does not look like a Millennium item.
I mean, a Millennium thing.
I mean, it does kind of have eyes on it, but it's definitely not the Eye of Horus or whatever.
And it's golden, And it has things on. I thought, yeah, but anyway, this cell phone, I guessed.
Is this
Yeah.
your cell phone?
Yeah. Where did you get that?
That's the phone from yesterday. Oh, and this was under the car?
Yeah, but that means he wasn't
If the car moved,
driving.
it would,
I guess
it
he
would
might
be
have been
crushed. It would
driving.
be crushed for sure, yeah.
How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Can you explain to the prosecution how they didn't know about this phone? Because guess what? Now we have confirmed that both sides of the court can do bullshit like this. So fuck you. Fuck your judge. I'm going home. And I just shut off stream.
Not guilty. Wait a minute. What is the meaning of this?
This cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage.
The miraculous. Why, that's where the victim lived.
Yerg.
Yerg! That's impossible!
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police?
Whoa!
Hasn't it been a whole day? Couldn't he just hypothetically have left it in the garage?
Well, don't tell him that.
Oh,
Don't give him the out.
It is true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone.
A payphone? Those aren't real. So you didn't call on your cell phone after all.
just where was this this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, to indicate it with a startlingly high degree of accuracy, it was right around here.
So we had to leave the vicinity.
He had to leave the park, yeah.
That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie in a
There
court
can
of
be
law?
only one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone because it was found in the victim's garage.
What are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all.
I like how perceiving has permanently changed Zach's voice for him.
I am physically tired from this bullshit, and so is in Apollo, alright? Apollo will be back to normal as soon
perceived
as
drunk.
Zach gets a chance to get a drink of water.
He's perceived drunk.
He's perception drunk. Is what happens when you roll like a 30 plus on a perception check. You just start going insane.
This is what happens when you're perception matter.
This is a joke. Oh, well. I will stretch as well. Thank you. Silver.
Stretch.
Excuse me.
I snuck into
Okay.
fellow's garage.
Like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime, as though I were trying to kill him?
Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night.
Well, yes, but no. This line of reasoning has to be against the rules.
Yes?
No.
Yes, it's true. I lost my cell phone,
Yes.
but you can't prove that I lost it that night.
Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Do I?
Do the deed.
You do.
This? No?
Perhaps.
But how would this connect to him, I guess?
It depends when the mirror fell off the car.
Well, because the mirror fell off the car during the accident with Phoenix, but how would we prove that he was driving it, I guess?
It's not about whether Stickler was driving the car.
Of course I have evidence!
Oh, I like your swagger, Herr Forehead. Hit it.
Please don't... Like, is this gonna be the thing forever? Is it just like Phoenix Trite, where, like, this is now my nickname with this guy forever?
I don't know, Herr Forehead.
No!
We'll see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say.
The evidence
Just
that
as-
proves the
just as
cell
Judge
phone
Feynman
was
said.
dropped on the night of the murder is...
My bad.
The panties?
Why would it be the panties?
Because the panties were the only other thing that was there. I don't
Well,
know.
the panties were shoved into the exhaust, so it's like I don't even know. I don't even know how
Oh
that
my
would
god,
affect the
is
car.
he the panty thief?
He might be the panty. thief.
Oh.
He might have gone on a panty raid.
He was like all of that pressure from being in school. Oh.
Anti-raid.
Like I almost
Lucy
want to.
did say he looked familiar. Did she see him?
Oh well,
Wait,
she
wait,
said
it
she
was-
saw the guy who stole her panties. Remember, she chased him.
Oh, he's
Holy
the
shit! Is this guy really the panty thief? And the reason why he ran into the park was because he had just stolen what's her face's bloomers. I don't know what to present here though. Is it really the mirror? Is it the panties?
What do you think?
So the
Don't overthink it, Zach.
Don't overthink it.
well, I mean, so the problem is that like from where we found the cell phone, that means that the car couldn't have moved, because if the car had left the garage after the phone was dropped, it would have been shattered, meaning that it must have been dropped after the car was parked in the garage. So in that case, I guess it would be the mirror, because the mirror must have been broken before it was parked. I think. Is that correct?
You're on the right path. That is correct.
All right.
But don't overthink it.
No!
That's a side view mirror.
It also happens, or as it so happens, sorry, I don't know how to read. Dr. Maractus's car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder.
An accident. Oh.
An accident. It happened just a little after 9 p.m., just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus's car hit a pedestrian who careened 30 feet through the air, crashed into a fucking solid wooden post hard enough to damage it, but walked away unscathed, because I guess Phoenix Wright is just made of fucking flubber. So whatever.
Well, no, he injured his foot, Zach.
No, the foot was injured a while ago, and it just recently
injury.
flared up. So what the fuck?
Well, it teared up because of the crash, you see.
God damn it.
So he's not invincible. He's just almost invincible.
He's almost invincible.
What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it is clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in the garage, then it would have been crushed. Yes. Okay, so I was right, thank God. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, The only time you could have dropped this in the garage, in that garage, was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. So did he just not see it at all, and he just made all of this up? Because the murder took place between 10:15 and 10:45 p.m. Oh my god, did he really do this whole testimony just to give himself an alibi against being a panty thief?
Well, he's gonna go to jail.
Cute. No, he won't.
Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into the victim's garage that night.
And now they'll ask, well, what could I possibly have done that for? And then we'll produce the panties.
This is
got it.
most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Palmeractus?
No, stop! This is too much! This can't be happening! Computer, say something!
I suppose it's worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Sticker and Palmeractus.
You think his first name is a pun at all? Because clearly Stickler is because he's a stickler for like definitions and stuff, as he was doing at the beginning of his testimony. But do you think Wesley is a pun at all, or do you think they just called him Wesley?
It's because he's Weasley, I don't know.
That could be true. He's a Weasley stickler. That's true.
Weasley.
Could be true.
That is, other than this.
I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Revelatory?
I would say revelatory, but revelatory is also technically correct.
Is the witness prepared?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Get ready to be perceived, motherfucker.
He's lost his mind.
That night, yes! I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back.
Is that the lie?
In another person's garage?
And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness a crime.
Oh, it was his own crime. He committed a crime.
I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day.
Wait, there's a stand user too?
It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene.
The book must be a stand.
I can perceive you, thought. All right.
Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
How does Thoth ever run out of pages?
When he dies.
Well, no, but I mean, I guess what I mean to say is like in part 3 when Oingo is flipping through, or I think he's Boingo actually, is like flipping through the book, you see a bunch of other predictions that happened like in the past. So it seems as if as soon as a prediction is made, it's like imprinted into the manga, right? Like as he goes. So I'm assuming that means that hypothetically, the book would be full on the day of Boingo's death, whatever that is in the future, right? But like, because it's like, I'm just thinking about it. It's like he pulls open the book in the anime and it's always to like a middling page, but yet he's only like 12. That's really upsetting, isn't it?
俺はオインゴ電子できる
Yes, well, as you can see, my modular cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know.
Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please.
Funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony.
Millennium bracelet!
The Millennium... My Millennium bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony. You know what? I think I will, just in an effort to give Apollo any sort of personality. I think it would be really funny if, as soon as I perceive something in trial, I just go nuts until the end of the trial. Just really ham it up with the line reading.
His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Oh, gee, it's almost as if you revealed his own nervous habit to you.
And so he was conscious of not doing it. Yeah. Fucking. Wait. I peer at Trucy and I'm like, hold on. How can you perceive his habit? Do you have some sort of Millennium deck? She pulls out a deck of cards where each one has like the eye on it, and it's like, oh no! Why did the Emperor have this? Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes justice. Oh my god, that can't. I don't believe that you couldn't have possibly put that on the other side. Like, you couldn't have just put that on the top right, top left-hand side?
No, middle.
Come on, Zach. Her Millennium item
oh
is
my gosh,
definitely
please.
that giant brooch. Where's the eyeball in that giant brooch, huh, Silverroad? Huh?
The reason the bracelet's up there is because that's where it used to be on the bottom screen when it was on the DS.
I mean, I believe it, but, like, move it so it's not in front of their sprite, I guess?
Wait till you find the guy whose teeth at the very top of his head.
No!
That was a pretty suspicious pause there.
Interesting. Man, we're gonna have like a full readout. We're gonna be able to make a fucking Yakuza style, like, real world map of this fucking city by the end of this case.
We're gonna have to when we're moving around everywhere.
Woe is Zai. And that's why maybe he was next to Mr. Wright's office. And past it.
I would like to ask, how omniscient do you think Phoenix was about this entire trial?
I
Phoenix
don't.
gets hit by a car, he suddenly like has a prophetic
He's,
vision of
he's,
like
he's struck with realization, literally. But the, like, I don't know, man. Like, has, like, did Phoenix fucking max out on his attorney job, like Final Fantasy 14 style, where it's like now he just a crime happens in his vicinity and he instantly knows everything? Like, how the fuck could he possibly know all this?
He's a god.
All right, should I
He's
press
perceiving.
him? Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? You know what would be really interesting? What if we pressed him on the noodle stand and he said that it said noodle instead of Eldoon? Right? Because if he was seeing it from the wrong direction, it says noodle. Whereas from this side, it says Eldoon.
Eldoon.
That'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it?
Maybe you should do the noodle stand.
Do you happen to remember the noodle stand?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Shut the fuck up, Trucy.
Is the noodle stand an alternate name for Jolene stand?
The noodle stand.
noodle
Technically,
stand.
it's string, but that is very funny. Wait, is there a better stand that fits the noodles? Not really.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam, kinda, actually. Yeah, I guess that kinda works because they make food literally. I was thinking of God, what's the name of the one who has Metallica from Part 5?
Risotto.
It was Risotto Nero, right? Black Risotto is his name. Is Risotto? Remind me, is Risotto a noodle? It's not, right?
no, risotto is like rice. They make the dish risotto via
You are
specific-
correct. It is. Wait, so his name is literally just Black Rice?
Sure.
All right. I mean, that's a cool name, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting distracted. All right. Zaba, are you going to read this?
For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. It said noodle. Yes, that was it.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your stupid motherfucking degree. You think that just because I failed out of middle school that I don't get to deserve to be here today? And you're wrong, motherfucker, because the thing that allows me to be here is this motherfucking Millennium Bracelet. You're going to jail, buddy. All right?
Does that imply that Paolo got his GED before middle school?
Yeah, he had to. Well, he had to do it for his middle school, high school, and he had to get like a posthumous degree.
Bar exam.
Yeah, for the bar exam.
Got a GED for middle school is funny as hell.
Remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us.
You see, it actually took quite a while for me to forge all my documentation. So now, legally, I'm 22, but in actuality, I'm like 13.
Oh no.
It means I get a huge head start on life.
And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice,
Present the
That sign could it be
stand.
important? It's very.
The stand.
So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony.
is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I hope it has a
No,
lot
in
of salt.
fact, it's quite salty.
I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days.
I am 99.8% water, and my doctor says that's bad.
I need more salt.
I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well.
The idea of it being 98% water, and it's like, you see, I am a water elemental, but by heritage, I should be an ocean elemental. So my doctor says I need more sleep. It's like,
Humph! Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to Ivy's cafeteria. Some apply to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles.
shut the fuck up. I wouldn't mind doing
They
that.
connect to the Wi-Fi.
They connect to the Wi-Fi. Old Dune.
You'll doom.
Are you absolutely sure the sign read noodle? Are you willing to pinky promise that it said noodle? Are you?
Why, just last week, my professor offered me this praise.
He knows how to
Get
read.
out of my office.
Get out of my office.
I was just first. Who are you?
At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It's red without a doubt. Noodle.
I see.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes?
No, it's blood! The eyes get really huge.
No.
Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot.
You think so?
Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand and to carefully read what the sign says.
Eldin.
See? The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes.
Eld. Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely positive.
Did everybody else hear Saba just
It was
completely drop out? It was definitely positive. That's like all he heard.
It's okay. It's more fun that way.
I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight.
I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion, Your Honor. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle, and he saw it right.
Because he was on.
What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would have read what Mr. Stickler claims?
What?
I see you fiddling with the
Mr.
page.
Justice, show us this spot.
The witness actually... Okay. So, hold on. The fucking tree? What is this?
That's just the ink spot they spilled. Remember making
Because the
map.
thing is, I want to say, it's like literally anywhere over here, right? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the exact image it gives for the tutorial or guide?
I would appreciate it because I'm worried about whether or not this thing blocks the view. I don't know what it is.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. Grant, what are you doing?
I got it. Don't worry.
All right, let's see. Hang on. Hold up.
Hold on.
Hold.
Let me cook.
He's logging.
Grant's doing something.
There you go.
Triangulating.
Hey, wasn't the Grant? Real quick, wasn't the random red dot in the middle of the river?
Definitely not my cursor.
Okay. The witness was standing here on the opposite side.
I am curious how big the proper hitbox is for that.
Because hypothetically, it's literally just anywhere on the other side, right? So it should be anything that's not the river. Although, wouldn't it be really funny if you did click the river and the game was still like, yeah, we'll give it to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
How do you know that?
As long as it's on the opposite side.
When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads El Dunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand.
Oh, this side says noodle.
Shouldn't this say Snoodle?
No. Elbones.
Yeah, it should say Snoodle, because why would one flag have the apostrophe S and then the other one? Oh, because I guess the name of the thing is Eldune's Noodle. No, it's Eldune's Noodles, isn't it? Anyway, whatever.
Who knows?
Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. I get to kill you. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south.
You got me.
Why you call me eating a burger?
A hamburger? Get it? Hamburg, Germany?
Expecting to speak.
Hamburg?
So what?
Give him a second.
He's still chewing.
I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry. What does it matter if he saw the killing from north or south side? It makes no difference at all.
Yes, it does. It means he gets shot in the wrong temple, dumbass.
Please explain so I can have more time to eat.
Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning.
Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything. I am taking your line, bitch.
I think you say, I am taking your life. Holds out the gun.
It's fucking it cuts back to Apollo. He has like the fucking Joker makeup on, and he's like, "I'm the ruler of the courtroom now."
The Rizzler of the courtroom.
It is me, the Rizzler.
The
Trucy?
Wizard of Oz.
Remember his testimony from before.
No.
No.
Though, to be honest, I'm a little
Yes.
scared of where this is leading.
Budget.
The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then at the moment the killer raises his weapon,
Did they? I feel like they put the nose as like an extra object just to help indicate which direction they're facing. But I almost feel like the feet would have been enough for that. Right?
I'm just upset the people on the bathroom signs are fighting each other.
No, no!
at which point the victim turns his head to look. Yeah, okay. I mean,
And he gets
this
shot
is
in
just
the proper temple. Yeah.
bang. The right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. Suddenly, motherfucker turns right, his left temple gets shot, and none of this makes any fucking sense. We get to go home, and I get to watch YouTube.
Watch out for that arrow.
No, oh,
Oh.
It got him. That's sad.
Did she just deliver all of that to the court? Because that's really convenient if that's what they're implying here.
Oh.
In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
Excuse you, have you ever seen the movie Wanted? It's entirely possible with enough skill to curve bullets. Duh.
I don't watch movies.
Or to ricochet him.
I don't like movies! Wait, hold on. If he got shot in the right temple, now doesn't it make more sense for fucking Stickler to have shot him? Because Stickler was standing on that side of his head? Of his body?
Dun, dun.
So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side.
Okay, but now I'm confused. Because, like, if it is Stickler who shot him, did fucking, God, what's the name? Is Walkie Talkie literally just a dumbass that wanted to take credit for killing somebody because he thought it would give him fucking gangster cred?
Yeah, probably.
Holy fuck. This kid's stupid. Just
Yeah,
kill
he did.
somebody.
Just kill somebody, he says.
The wound takes on an entirely different meaning.
Indeed, much like this burger. Oh, you're absolutely correct, Fraulein. Oh, this is my new voice, by the way. What eating?
What meaning? What eating?
Entry wound on the right side of the victim's
What
head,
eating?
correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North. Ah, I've heard of that. But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Weasley Stickler?
Ron
Correct. So if
Weasley.
he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
You're better than
Dun,
Justice.
dun, dun.
Excuse you. I had to fucking tap into the eldritch knowledge of the universe in order to be able to continue this because you wanted to end this like an hour and 15 minutes ago, motherfucker. So I get the credit. She's not even allowed to be here.
And less crazy.
You know
Borrow,
what,
can you give her
Judge?
your badge?
Bring out Mr. Hat. There we go.
Order.
Dude, I love this.
The music's.
I mean, he is
banging.
19 trying to show off for his fiance. I'm assuming you're talking about Waki Kataki, but like, who, like, I don't know. We didn't really get to see much of his wife, but I don't feel like she's the type of person that would really give a shit. Then again, I guess he is 19. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if I wanted gangster cred, I wouldn't take the fall for a murder I didn't commit. I would probably just ice somebody and then just get arrested like a real man.
Like a real.
Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. She's the actual protagonist. Oh, whoa, hold on. How long is your arm?
How close to the wall? That's the other question.
Well, no, because we just saw artwork of everybody from behind the witness stand's perspective. That's like a full, 4 feet behind him.
He took a step back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go, Gadget, move the benches closer to me.
Go, Gadget, sexy rock star.
Go, Gadget, colonoscopy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm still in a very negative headspace right now. I swear to God, I thought you were gonna say Go Gadget Columbine.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Go, Gadget, what?
I'm not saying that out loud again. You can't make me.
Say it again?
No! What now?
Oh my god.
Are you truly accusing this college student of murder?
Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer.
No, please, looks aside, I'm really a nice guy.
What do you mean, looks aside?
Why
All of my
say
friends say so!
All 0 of them.
Let's hear what the defense has to say.
What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really
accuse him of
accuse
murder.
Mr. Stickler?
Accused of another crime! Get him!
What do you think the crime is,
Underneath.
though?
Hendy!
Ah!
He's thieving.
Okay.
He may not be a crazy murderer. but
I
still-
don't think Stickler is a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet as my brain just told my conscious mind. Tell us why now. Bang.
Go, Gadget, bulletproof head.
The word confession isn't in my dictionary.
Yeah, forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Stickler's silence.
I don't think, do people in real life even do the proper tisk noise anymore, or do people just say tisk?
I mean, I've still heard it.
Tisk tisk. I mean, it's almost like an onomatopoeia at this point.
I'm about to say, that's what I was just thinking, where it's like, because hearing Adrian do that, I just realized I don't think I've heard someone do that noise in real life in fucking years. But yeah. Anyway.
Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder? Your reason? The court's all ears.
Yeah. I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? In the Ace Attorney universe, there is none! remember, there's not even manslaughter. I remember that being a really big deal in one of the games where it's like, listen, you didn't kill him, but you were responsible for his death, so we're still gonna convict you of murder. And I remember fucking shitting myself when that happened. Like, there's a reason why we have manslaughter. Also, can we, I know we've already touched upon this, can we not swap those terms? I feel like murder should be when it was like not your intention, and manslaughter should be when you killed somebody for real. Or at least it should be manslaughter if you go on a spree killing, at least.
No.
It sounds horrible.
It should only be manslaughter if you butcher them afterwards and make meat out of them, like cannibal.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, I guess that's literally what the term slaughter means, I guess. But it's just like, is there real, like, how do I phrase this? There's stuff like larceny and grand larceny, right? Like, those make sense, because larceny...
Grand murder.
Yeah, that's almost what I was just about to say, where it's like, I feel like it should be manslaughter and grand manslaughter, or something, you know what I mean?
Manslaughter.
We are
No,
so
it's
close to the end of this
manslaughter.
cross-examination, Zach, and you did
Grand slaughter.
Oh, sorry.
I like grand slaughter.
Your evidence, the court's all ears, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that points to the witness's involvement in a crime.
I would say Trucy's panties because he hit it in the car, right?
Correct.
Technically, the legal term for murder is homicide. That is true. You do be killing your homies. The evidence is this.
What? Is that women's underwear?
Hey, those are mine! When did you get my panties of holding?
We need to give the panties of holding to Minthara. That's what I think we need to do.
So
She needs the
nervous.
clothing after what you did, Zach.
I didn't do it on purpose! And Saba, you're a motherfucker, because Grant told me today that you fucking showed them the clip, and I am pissed at you. You know what this
Showing them
means?
all the fun stuff.
You know what this means? You crossed the line. That means I'm gonna make the milked clip fucking public.
I crossed the line? Really? It's not even public. I showed our friends something funny.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, Saba hasn't even shown me yet. You should show me
Yeah.
Saba.
I actually do think you should show Adrian. I think it's really funny.
Well, I can't say this comes as a shock, because you look like a fucking weirdo.
It's not what it seems.
On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she chases, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus, that is correct, clinic garage.
Like the self-assurance. Good job. You got it.
Incidentally, his cell phone falls out of his pocket. The panties were in the exhaust pipe. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you might not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Honestly, you seem like...
Hear me out.
He hasn't graduated yet. He doesn't have a degree.
Order! Order! Order. Mr. Stickler,
You said it
you
wrong.
should be ashamed.
Mr.
You are guilty in the pre-grad degree. In the associate's degree.
Oh my god.
Is he really a lich? What the fuck was that?
Perhaps.
He's just been shot in the heart.
We to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments.
Perhaps you are not aware of my school's name. Was originally written
Ivy.
I think his breakdown is supposed to be the reference to, like, the Japanese pose of bowing for forgiveness.
Okay.
I stands for intelligence. V stands for valiant. C.
Your point?
I'm not done. Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we are the IVU science department are
Making the excuse that I don't want to say. No challenge is too daunting in one.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you do not understand. The mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land.
Okay, so you're one of those.
He is a turbo version.
From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science.
Really?
Now his little nose flare also makes sense.
Remember how I told you that this character gets worse?
A full-sized Kotar was only the first mystery those panties revealed.
What the fuck? Oh, because they're the panties of holding. A tire?
She pulled a tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First there was the tire, then a stew pot and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Okay, I guess if he saw literal magical panties, I guess that's like one thing. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Oh, and that's where you saw him. Okay. Huh?
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
You should not be you're 15. Do not be doing magic panty tricks on stage, please. Why, like, I don't know.
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties? It mocks the very laws of physics.
There's a lot of implications of that. A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy? You knocked me out of my fucking psycho insanity. Like, can we just save? Like, how close are we, Adrian?
You have to present one more thing and then you're done. And it's not even a cross exam, you just present one next thing.
Okay, let's give it a second. What happened to doves and bunny rabbits?
Mr. Stickler. You stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick?
You say panties, but they are so much more than that. For me, they are an object for serious study.
Told you panties are holding.
I wonder. So there has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area.
Is he trying to compare
Were they
whether or
all
not
you?
there's only one panty of holding versus like other ones?
Did he really is he
I'm
really a
sorry.
turbo version that thought that all women's underwear just has fucking hammer space in there?
But I did it for science.
This must be why
That'd
they
be
don't have
hilarious.
pockets.
That's really good,
The pair that
actually.
would elucidate. Even the night as she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Not just the night that I will seize the truth. That
He is obsessed. In a really weird way.
That leaves one thing unexplained.
Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south when it was in fact the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that?
Be my guest, Air Forehead.
Me?
Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea?
Paulo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler is standing, isn't there a tree? I don't know.
I think it's
So,
trash.
Mr. Justice,
Maybe the whole thing's rotated. Maybe the whole position of everyone is wrong.
So the thing is that if you look at this map, like the park is here, right? So the X is where Phoenix was hit, and you can kind of see where the elbow is in the diagram. So it's like he says that he's coming from the other direction. Oh, we don't even have the other diagram. Never mind.
Any evidence?
Does she say that he lied about his? Is it the other pair of panties? The other bloomers?
Perhaps.
Where
it
did we
is.
find these? Do we remember? Oh, found in the trash
In the
can.
trash.
Oh, yes. Okay. The evidence that shows why he lied is this.
What? More panties?
How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, Air Forehead?
At least 3 more. These are the last. These were found in a trash
Very
can at the
specific amount
park.
of Jack.
I said at least 3 more. I could have 16,000 more.
Oh my god.
And they're all mine.
Look at the diagram. This is where the Lego 1x1 block was placed.
This is where the massive Duplo was.
Not counting the one that Apollo is currently wearing.
We can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood.
Mr. Stickler, you didn't.
Alas, I am a failure as a scientist. Mysteries of the universe, I can't even unravel a pair of pants.
So these panties are your handiwork as well?
That night, I had been chased, hounded into the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
Believe me, I'd rather not.
I hid in the garage for a short while, then abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on the clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties!
I don't think I've ever said panties as much in
Apparently,
my
he
life.
did not know that the
Yeah.
bloomers belonged to the
Like-
mob.
Yeah. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home.
It's also weird because it's like, this is not what I think of when I think of panties. This is definitely what I think of when I think of bloomers. But I guess it's just
When I
funnier to
stumbled
have
upon a murder.
Trucy say panties over and over. The murder of Dr. Maractus.
I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me?
That's when you disposed of the bloomers.
Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be done.
They said born.
Fascinating, if disturbing, tale.
A fascinating and delaying tale.
I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close.
Who murdered the guy? Are we done?
We need a part 2, Zach, okay?
Good.
It
And
took
I'm more
like
than
4
pleased
hours
to
just to
do
get to
this.
where we are now.
More than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial.
One last thing, if I might.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin.
Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, the defendant, Wagi Kataki, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Wagi Kataki has a clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant Waki Kataki is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and the prosecution.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. No problem.
Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned.
There we go.
Holy fuck.
Wow, we went over
Right.
12 minutes, but
And that
pretty
guy was the
satisfying.
that guy's in the bottom 3 witnesses of this game, I think.
It's kind of interesting because it wasn't because of, I guess, exactly perverted means, but maybe it is. But like, this guy's.
It didn't
crazy.
help.
It didn't help. Also, the number of times, like I said panties is kind of crazy. But and I also agree with Zach that this does not remind me of panties, which I think is also adding to the confusion.
It's
I
definitely
think
confusing.
it's probably. I'm pretty sure that's intentional. It's probably some like other evocative word in Japanese, but it's actually just unflattering thing.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Saba, I will see you tomorrow for more Omori.
Yeah.
And send me that clip, by the way. I want to see it. I need that clip on my desk by Saturday.
Oh, it's not a clip.
I want clips of Zach.
I just
I want
shared
clips
my
of Zach.
screen, Adrian, while I was pulling up the video.
How about we end stream? You pull up the video, and then I'll watch it as well because I don't remember it completely.
He's a menace. I want
All right.
clips of all
Good night, everybody.
I'll
Good night,
say
everybody.
goodbye.